Going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. We have a new update here for you guys. This was posted on September 27th of 2021 from the New York Times. I think this is important to be paying attention to as well. So this is a latest update on some shortages that are going on, and we have a whole bunch of other shortages we'll be covering on this channel. So subscribe and like for more content. So here we go. It says no veggies, no buns, few forks, and schools are scrambling to feed students amid shortages. School officials in Missouri City have been making twice weekly runs to Sam's Club to stock up on frozen pizzas and hot dogs. A Kansas school district ran out of vegetables for 2 days last month, and a district in St. Paul, Minnesota has an emergency supply of frozen grilled cheese sandwiches in case it runs out of all other foods. Schools across the country are facing shortages of cafeteria staples like chicken, bread, apple juice, and even plastic cutlery as the supply chain woes and lack of truck drivers complicate the most basic task of feeding their students. Officials say that they are scrambling to provide meals for students, many of whom rely on the food that they eat at school as a significant and sometimes the only source of daily nutrition. Many educators say they expect supply chain issues will only worsen in the coming months. Beth Wallace, the president of School Nutrition Association, said the group was asking federal officials to further increase the reimbursement rate and temporarily loosen requirements that certain products be American made. According to a recent survey conducted by the association, 97% of school meal program directors reported having concerns about supply chain disruptions. 97%, guys, that's crazy. And they also said in there, if you didn't notice, that they're going to be switching products that are not American made, basically. So they're temporarily loosening the requirements that certain products be American made. So they're basically saying they're going to get some cheaper crap in the schools. But it is what it is. They got to get what they can get. So the cost of food has also spiked. Distributors pass on price increases. At times, the district does not know how much a delivery will cost until the truck pulls up to the dock, forcing the district to either accept whatever the price is or risk running out of food, Mr. Jones said. Wow. Just wow. Can you imagine how much that's probably putting even more of a burden on the school boards? That's just not good, guys. We already have teachers that all the time feel like they're being underpaid, they're understaffed, they're stressed. And if they pass that price on to them, then that means they pass it on to the staff. And that makes the staff more stressed out. So that's not good. Of course, we're going to take care of the kids, but that's not one of our worries, she says. If we don't get enough reimbursement and funding to pay for these additional costs, what is it going to do for us down the road? At Liberty Public Schools in Missouri District, officials sent a note on September 13th encouraging parents to send their children to school with packed lunches. If sending your students to school with meals from home is not a burden for your family, we would encourage this option as a short-term request. Doesn't sound like it's going to be so short-term to me the way they're wording this. Richmond Public Schools in Virginia replaced hot lunches with grab-and-go meals this year because of the shortage of food workers and concerns about the virus spreading. The shortages are not limited to food, though. A dearth of disposable spoons, forks, and knives has forced some schools to begin conserving flatware. Worker shortages have compounded the problem, crippling both food distributors and manufacturers. The labor shortage has trickled down to schools as well. Andrew Mergens, the senior director of student nutrition in Anchorage School District, said. The district could not provide hot meals in 7 of its schools because there were not enough workers to prepare to serve the food. Instead, the district is offering prepackaged shelf-stable meals for lunch. As you can imagine, shelf-stable meat isn't great, but it's all we got, Mrs. Mergen said. Even where Anchorage is possible to offer hot meals, it has become difficult to plan and prepare menus. Scrambling to make substitutions has started to weigh on the district staff. 4 cafeteria managers have quit since the school year started, he says. They feel unappreciated, Mr. Mergen said. Nobody really understands how much of an impact the cafeteria manager has on the day-to-day operations of the school until they're not there. Yeah, guys, we've been talking an awful lot about how when just a few people quit for whatever reason and you start shrinking the staff down, it puts all this extra stress on the staff. It makes them have to work harder, longer, and it just makes them want to quit too. And then it creates a cascading effect that can just be catastrophic. Make sure you guys are prepping up a lot of foods for lunches and things like that for your kids if you can, especially if we start seeing a problem where we can't get any food in the schools at all. Hopefully, this doesn't get out of hand and we can keep supplying food to the students of the schools. And if you are a teacher or a custodian listening to this, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done on taking care of the students in our schools. I know times are rough and it might get harder. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, just hang in there. But alright guys, if you guys like the video, subscribe for more, and I will be trying to keep you updated on more of the shortages that are happening. We have a whole lot of different shortages going on, so there's a lot of different content I'll have to be covering. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.